Hello again, everyone. This is Gilmer, and this is my playthrough of Field of Glory Empires. I almost said Forge of Empires. That's that online game that I don't know if anybody plays that, but I see it advertised all the time. But no, it's Field of Glory Empires. We have just won a battle, and one of the cool things about this game are the pop-ups. As you can see, if you put the cursor over the icon that's over the region I just conquered, it gives you a little bit of information of just what has happened there. A battle has been fought between Rome and Senones under the patrician party governorship. The objective region, Picenum, has submitted to Rome, plus one progress token. Picenum has been added to our nation. We took it from the grip of Senones, and then it's a great victory. We have gained Picenum, which was a seat of power of the Senones. Their treasury has been plundered, although not everything was there. 159 money gained. So I don't know if you noticed, but the previous turn it says right there, 253, and now we're at 471. So it's an increase of a little bit of money. We definitely got that. Now we do have to worry about this region at some point. At some point rebelling. I mean, we hope it won't. Let's see. Their decadence is 2.6. And the decadence in the game is accumulated by region. So I believe this region has accumulated 2.6. This region has accumulated 2.22. This one 1.82. And so on and so forth. So what can I do at this point? Let's see. It's hard to tell. It looks like there's a 14 down there, but it says our comp. I guess that means 14 units. Let's see. 4, 6. What is that? 5, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, yep. 14 units. Power of 92. And really, the Senones only have one more region. And at this point, I guess we could go ahead and take it. I do want to build a couple of troops. That's not where you do it. Let's build. I don't want to build legions, and I'm doing it for garrison work here. I don't want to build legions because they're so expensive, not for garrison work. So the only other infantry I have available at this time are velites. They're light infantry. They're more skirmish units, and they use projectiles, but we'll use them as some garrison for the Picenum. I know there's not an I after the N, but it just sounds so much better if I say Picenum instead of Picenum or Picanum or Picenum, or I'm just going to keep saying Picenum. And you're going to keep hearing me mispronounce it, I'm sure. But what I want to do is, was this isn't theirs, is it? No. So let's take a look at the province's overlay. So, of this province, I own 3 of 7 because I think that one's part of it. So when I take, no, that's not part of it. That's part of Cisalpina. So I'm not going to be able to build this until I take another one of these. But I really want to finish off the Senones. So let's go ahead and do that. Order an assault. Let's see. There's nothing building here. At some point, I don't want to be building something in every single region. Probably more because of when it's a province, they pool their resources and things go pretty quickly. Like, let's say if you have a province built, and I own this province. Italia Superior. And I said, okay, I want to build something in Rome, but I don't build anything in any of the other regions. Then Rome gets to use all of their infrastructure to build whatever they're building, and it goes a lot faster. So if you that's one of the strengths of having a province is that pooling of resources. And okay, we've already read that they tried to the Sam Knights tried to do a raid. Now you can do a raid without being at war with somebody. Um, it doesn't help. It doesn't help your relations for them to be raiding you, because obviously if you're a human player and you see that, it kind of pisses you off. And I think also if it's an AI player, they don't really like it that much either. So at some point we might want to do something. So I do want to build something in Rome. um, Clay pit. It produces stone. A farm. uh, all resource bonuses are satisfied. So if I click that, I would be getting 13 extra food, and that helps with. Oh, I do want to get one of these though. This is a national wonder, and it also improves your light cavalry when you build it here, and also opens up other things. I do want to get a harbor as well. Needs hemp, local trade, good cost 0. I don't see where it does anything. I mean, it opens up stuff. It opens up a lot, but I'm going to get this, I think. What is this? Preceptor House. Papyrus trading required. I think most papyrus comes from Egypt. Uh, the upkeep in money is very high, but the culture is +3. Oh, and if you don't like any of these choices, you can click this and it'll shuffle the structure proposals. And I think it tells you it takes 2 turns to do that. You usually can find something you want to build. Herbalist. Health bonus 6%. And it makes your manpower go up by 2. I'm gonna get this. It's a national wonder. They're still building a ranch. They're still building a hemp field. I don't think I'm the one that put them to work building a hemp field, to be honest, but it's good. Good to have a hemp field. And a street parlor. Culture +5. A cheap building that will help propagate a common culture among your nation. So let's go. Yeah, I think I want to get this. And it's not very hard to build. So we've already done that. We built some troops, and we've given an order to this army. So I think that's it for this turn. And so we're fighting in a marsh. I don't know if that helps me or hurts me with legionnaires. I think it hurts me. Their general is a 2 defender. Our general is a +2 attacker. So this is frontage of 5. So it's going to be a little bit tougher to beat these guys, but terrain defense 2. Great. So let's see how this works. That'll help. That'll help that we have 3 of their units that are exhausted. And for some reason, it's jumped off the... I don't know why it does that. So we won the battle. Most of the fights were stalemates, but I think when they lose a unit, even in a stalemate, that contributes to us actually winning the battle. Uh, it was pretty even, and it's partly due because their terrain defense was 2, and I don't think my legions fight very well. Yeah, as you can see, effectiveness -1. I think they don't fight well in marsh areas, but we did win. We killed off 2 of their guys, and all of our guys survived, and they will rebuild automatically. So we've oh, it's still processing. Here we go. As you can see, -18. Not really sure why we got a -18, but we'll tell. We can tell. So we're working or cooperating with the Samnites. We took that. I didn't even read that. The Patrician Party is losing support in the Senate, currently strong, and basically still the same modifiers and same decisions. Let's see. His fishery is pretty good. Um, See, if you get a bonus of 5 money if we were getting sales from somewhere. It takes a little while to build sales, so I don't know. Charcoal pile needs lumber, trading required, produces coal. We do need coal. Clear water, fresh water access, and then a farm. And you'll find that you will get some duplication in structures, even though you're getting them. You're getting trading. Like with a farm, um, we're getting cattle from someplace. You'll get like 2 or 3 cattle farms, but you're already producing at one, so you can trade for it with your other regions. But sometimes it still helps to just go ahead and get it. Theater, culture of 6. Takes about 18 turns though. I don't really like that. I like stuff that takes a lot shorter time. I'm gonna go with fishery for whatever reason. So as you can see, their combat power is 52, even though we didn't lose any. But it's because several of these units took in damage, but they'll rebuild. 2 region. So as you can see, they just built something. A ranch has been built in Tiberius. Let's see. Brickwork. It helps us with infrastructure, and that helps us build things faster. Fortune teller. Loyalty bonus 4. I still want to get this. And I mean, it might look like some of these are kind of counterintuitive. You might be going, why didn't you take this or why didn't you take that? But really, the reason I took that was because it'll build stuff a lot faster. And then we can get stuff, some of those other structures a lot quicker. I really don't have much else to do with this turn. I'm cooperating with the Etruscans, and I'm cooperating with the Samnites. So actually, I probably want them to go there. I want them to come here because I am going to take this, I think, next turn, and that way I can build my province, and then we can start kind of consolidating the one province. What else? Is there anything else? Yeah, the reason I dropped so many -18 is because when you gain a province, you get a base penalty of decadence. So we increased it. We increased our size, and so we got extra decadence, and that's why it went up to 15. Even though our ratio did minus 3.57. I didn't even look at that last turn, so I'm not really sure what we were. It says it went down 3.57, but it couldn't have gone down that much. It might have though. So anyway, this is going to be a fairly quick turn because I don't really think I have much else to do. So let's go ahead and end that turn. See what happens. So as you can see, we added 3. We went up 3. We're still in the middle. So it's not quite what I was hoping for. I thought there was a... Okay. I've given it an order to enter the garrison. Actually, want to give them a... Let's give him this guy, because he's a defensive guy. And then this guy, he's back up to 78. Not quite what I want him to be before I... Samnium raided me again, but they were defeated again. They were defeated. The struggle of Rome versus Bolead took again his toll. Are we at war with Boli? No. Not Boli, but Boii. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's Boii. I don't know what this means because we're not at war with them. Oh, they raided us too. And they plundered some of our towns. Bastards. So as you can see, we are a couple of fairly quiet turns. Their loyalty is up to 70. It's going to keep on going up. This has a duration of 2 still. Objective owned. I think I'm going to move that guy down here, because it doesn't really matter. It says 1 no matter what. That's weird. How about that? Let's see if that works. What's theirs? Oh, they got really crappy. That doesn't help. It says 7 turns. I don't necessarily know. See, it's got a raided icon too because their raid was successful. And they're under pacification. I'm going to let this guy heal 1 more turn because I still have 1 unit. I didn't lose any, so I'm not sure why they're not still close to 92 as opposed to 78, but whatever. Let's go ahead and finish 1 more turn. -2 in culture and decadence ranking. What's it? Hempfield grown. And then fortune teller, palisade. See, they have no defensive structures at all. I like that they've got a training ground, though. I think I want to build this palisade so it'll be harder for people to take. Oh, and his combat power is up to 100. So I'm going to go ahead and see if I can't take this, and then we'll show you how to build a province. Metal production's still going up. Manpower is still going up. So everything's looking pretty good so far. Let's see. Let's go ahead and terrain hill, terrain defense 1. Okay. They don't really have very good. They have Italian provincial. That's weird. Oh, they attacked those guys. That's nice. Yeah, I think I realized I didn't tell people what some of this means. They didn't have a general, and I mean, I did kind of describe this, but I think I didn't talk about why I get 3 die and he gets 1. The reason I get 3 die is because you have a base of 1, and then I'm the attacker, and I have a 2 attack rating. So that gives me 2 extra die. If they had a general that was a 1 defender, he would have 2 die. If he had a 2 defense rating, he would have 3 die, and we'd be evenly matched. But he has no general. So he has 1 die, which is a base die. And he might have, if he had a general, he might have some kind of some of those modifiers, and that might help him. If he had an extra attack rating, he'd probably get an extra die as well. But that's why you see this. This is why it's so overwhelmingly balanced in my favor against the independents. The independents, I don't think, ever have a general, and so they're usually fairly easy to beat. I'm going to win this battle pretty easily, as you can probably tell already. And pursuit, we won it. Rome won the battle. As you can tell, that was a massacre. And now, I do believe... Oh, the turn's still processing. So I'm running at about 23 to 24 minutes in this episode, so this is going to be the end of it. Sardes is seeking cooperation treaty with us, paving the way to more in the future. Agree, because you can't have too many friends. We conquered Ataris from the hands of the Italic independent. Campania, Rome was raided by Samnium, but the defense repelled easily the invaders. See, you might be cooperating with them, but they're going to still raid you. So I have, let's go and take a look at this, and this will be the last thing I talk about, and I'm going to end the video. As you can see, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 regions in the province of Italia Superior. And as you can see, I own 4 of them. This one is not in Italia Superior, but this Picenum, Tiberius, Latium, and Aternus. I said Atyrus before, but I think that's an N. So I have 4 of the 7. So when you have 4 of the 7 regions in a province, this comes up. It says create the province. And I'm going to click that. Italia Superior will be formed next turn. And that's going to be it for this turn. Next turn, I will show you some of the things you can do once you have a province under your belt. Some of the things that are pretty cool about owning a province, as opposed to just a bunch of unincorporated, if you will, regions. But that's going to be next turn. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Thanks again.